That is not my dog. I don't know what came back into my home, but I do know one thing. That is not my dog. So my father went on vacation and left me this dog, a beautiful Weimaraner named Bella. In case you don't know, Weimaraner are hunting hounds. They only really bond with one human, and the rest are at best pack. The human Bella bonded with was my dad. Obviously, he's the one she spent most of her time with, but still, she listens to me. When I call, she comes. When I tell her to stay, she stays. Of course, a dog needs walking, and that's fine. My dad's retired, so he always walks her at the same time, and she's used to that. She has trouble doing her business if it's not her time, so I try to accommodate that. My job has pretty comfortable times, so having her around just means I need to get up a few minutes earlier. There's a little strip of forest behind my home, so I can just open the There's a little strip of forest behind my home, so I can just open the terrace door, open the fence door, and let her run. All is fine, all was well, until last Friday. I had to get up at an ungodly early hour that day. Even worse, when I woke up, it was raining like crazy. The middle of the night, and rain coming down in torrents. I was absolutely stoked to walk the dog. So I put on some clothes and went outside with her, leaving the light on the terrace on, but pulling the door shut so she doesn't run in with her paws all wet before I have time to dry her off. I walk through the pouring rain into the garden fence. It's a tall fence, 7 feet, and sturdy enough that you can't see through it. I unlock the door, shove it open, and Bella is off like a shot, the way she always is. The moment I step past the fence, I realize how fucking stupid of an idea that was. I can't see shit. It's dark, so I can barely see. The little porch light doesn't reach past the fence. 2 steps out, and I immediately trip over a root that I've apparently always avoided in better lighting. I want to go back, but Bella's still out there, hopefully doing her business. So I walk out, stumbling around in the dark. My optometrist tells me that I'm very good at seeing in the dark, but between the forest, the early hour, and the rain, I can barely see 6 feet in front of me. A coworker introduced me to the Magnus archives recently, and the stories that always got me were the ones where people get stuck in these bizarre, endless dreamscapes. I feel like I'm in one of these, an infinite plane of cold, dark wetness. My voice would barely reach my own ears through the pouring rain. Bella always comes when she's called, but clearly she couldn't hear me. I can't even tell if she's coming closer because the rain is louder than the rustling of her paws on the forest floor could ever be. Oh God, what if I can't find her? What if I'm late to work because of this? Should have just let her go in the backyard. I called out to Bella some more to no avail. This is useless. I decided to go back home, grab a flashlight, and search for her properly. Stumbling and skipping, I find my way back to the fence and back into the backyard, and saw the unmistakable shape of a Weimaraner backlit by the porch light. Smart Dog ran back to the terrace when she couldn't find me and is waiting for me in front of the terrace door. Relief flooded me. If you've ever been worried sick about something, then you probably know the kind of relief I'm talking about. It's the kind that's like a warm shower on your back. I'm so relieved, in fact, that I don't question the red specks on Bella's snout. It's Sunday now, and I'm certain that whatever showed up on my porch, it wasn't Bella. I only write this down now because I wasn't sure at first, but now I am. That thing looks like my dog, but isn't. The first big thing I noticed that was off was its eating habits. Bella is not a picky eater, and her sweet tooth is almost as big as mine. So as long as it's sweet, she wants a bite of it. But this thing doesn't. It only cares about meat. Dried meat won't do either. The fresher, the better. It refused Bella's kibble. It refused the jerky I keep around for Bella. At first, I thought Bella was just being a bit prissy, but when I accidentally cut myself while chopping some veggies for dinner, the picky eater was suddenly right there, looking up the red. I was mostly just happy that she wanted something, so I didn't question it until I felt her teeth scraping at the wound to make me bleed more. I yanked my hand back in shock. Normally, when she nips me, she gets this really apologetic look, but this thing just stared at me as if offended that I was taking its delicacy away. The eyes were the next thing that tipped me off. Bella has these beautiful, soulful gray-green eyes, but this thing has eyes that are the most putrid shade of yellow. Its teeth are whiter and sharper than Bella's too, but the looks this thing gives me. I firmly believe that dogs are incapable of being evil or mean. Even pit bulls, bred killing machines that they are, they think they're good boys when they maul and kill. But this thing stares at me, and it feels actively malevolent. I spent Saturday wondering why it didn't attack me in my sleep. I leave my bedroom door open for Bella so that she doesn't wake me up at night by throwing herself against it. And she takes frequent advantage of that, coming into my room to lick my hand to get me to wake up and walk her. It's super cute, but this thing doesn't do that. It stands right at the threshold, just staring at me. Eventually, I got an inkling of why that might be the case. I keep a crucifix over my bedroom door. In fact, after trying it out, I learned that whatever room I hang the crucifix up in, the thing pretending to be Bella refuses to enter it. The worst part is, I have no idea what this thing is. Is there such thing as a Skinwalker for dogs, or is Bella still out there while I'm taking care of this creepy changeling? I haven't walked this thing. I just open the terrace door and watch it. I often have birds coming into my garden, sparrows and blackbirds mostly. Bella has long since given up trying to catch them. She's just not fast enough. This thing is, though. It's already caught and mauled 3 blackbirds to death. 2 of them a couple. First, it killed the female, and then waited in an ambush until the male came to grief. The picky eater that didn't want its kibble devoured the birds without blinking. But the worst part is, I have no idea what I'm supposed to do with this. My dad's vacation ends on Wednesday. I can't very well hand that monster over to him, but I can't exactly get rid of it, can I?